Extreme weather is a fact of life, but the key to saving lives and protecting property is early warnings. Meteorologists will soon gain a new tool that will revolutionize weather forecasting. NASA is preparing to launch GOES-R, the first in a series of next-generation geostationary operational environmental satellites for NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Those benefits that we're seeing with the GOES-R satellite system, the higher resolution, the more frequent updates, the increasing number of products, and the lightning information is kind of like going from that black and white television system to a high-definition television system.
State-of-the-art technology and instrumentation on the spacecraft are designed to provide more timely and accurate weather forecasts, and most importantly, faster warnings.
So I think forecasters all across the nation are going to have this benefit. They're going to get that more frequent update, that higher resolution data, and they're going to be able to monitor forest fires, dense fog situations, tornadoes, or even tropical cyclones, and they're going to provide more accurate forecast. This new satellite is going to save lives.
The GOES-R satellite was manufactured by Lockheed Martin Space Systems in Littleton, Colorado, and was delivered to the shuttle landing facility at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida on August 22, 2016. The agency's Launch Services Program has spent years working with not just Lockheed Martin, but also the spacecraft team at the Goddard Space Flight Center and United Launch Alliance, or ULA, who provides the Atlas V rocket to boost it into space.
We've been working with the ULA team, the spacecraft team, the Lockheed Martin team, the LSP team for over 6 years since this has been in the works. And we have formed an incredible team.
But before GOES-R begins work in orbit, it must be prepared for launch.
Since its arrival in August here at the Kennedy Space Center, the GOES-R satellite was transported from the SLF, the Shuttle Landing Facility, over to the Astrotech building in Titusville, where it's being processed in a large high bay.
Ironically, one of the challenges for the GOES-R team was a case of extreme weather. On October 6th and 7th, 2016, the east coast of Florida, including the Kennedy Space Center, was slammed by Hurricane Matthew. This required quick work to protect the satellite from possible damage.
It's interesting how a satellite that's supposed to be out hunting hurricanes gets affected by a hurricane and has caused a delay to its launch.
Once checkouts and processing are completed at the Astrotech facility, GOES-R is encapsulated in the payload fairing for the trip to Space Launch Complex 41 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station.
And then very slowly gets transported over the ground to the vertical integration facility, and that's where the rocket is waiting. And then the spacecraft, it gets hoisted and gets carried up on top of the rocket and gets settled on there and bolted down.
Next, the team begins a series of integrated tests between the spacecraft and the vehicle. Finally, on the day before launch, the rocket is ready to be rolled out to the pad. As always, launch day is filled with tension and anticipation.
The most exciting part of a launch campaign are the final few minutes prior to launch. Everybody's quiet, everybody's intent on listening to their headsets to the final launch sequence occurring on the Atlas V rocket. This has been the culmination of many years of hard work, of setbacks, of successes, and then finally here, the 3, 2, 1 liftoff. It's the most thrilling, exciting, nervous experience that you can have throughout the whole launch campaign.
GOES-R will be placed in a geosynchronous orbit circling at about 22,000 miles above the Earth. In this orbit, the spacecraft remains over the same point on the Western Hemisphere, giving meteorologists a continuous view of the weather.
At the end of the day, we get rewarded with that beautiful launch. I think that's just awesome for a group of engineers that work on rockets to be able to enable that.